Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Still Talking Podcast. I'm your host, Nathan Smith. Thank you guys for tuning in today. We got a special guest in the studio with us. We got Brandon Lassen. He's actually fighting in PF4. By the time you guys see this, PF4 will already have been on. And so go check that out. We've already done promotionals, so this is kind of be a little bit later. But he's actually fighting tomorrow on the PF4, so we kind of wanted to get him in here. We had a chance to get you in here and talk, a little bit about what's going on. We actually linked up with the entire Backwoods MMA.
Hell yeah.
I had no idea, but I talked to your mom in the parking lot. I just, rolled up and asked her some questions and was like, hey, I need some help. You guys might, answer some questions. And they're like, yeah, we're Backwoods. And I was like, I had no idea what they were, and they told me and all that. And then I found out, what it all was, and I had no idea. It was just really cool how it all worked out. You know what I mean? They were the first. I was like, you guys here for the fight? I was like, I've never been here. What's going on? I just kind of asked a couple I was like, you guys look like you've clearly been here. And that's when they were like, yeah, we have 5 fighters fighting. I was like, oh, you know what I mean? And then I didn't know that it was Alex. I had no idea, you know what I mean? And cool. I knew that you were coming, but I didn't know that you guys were all, you know what I mean? I had no idea.
Same gym.
So that worked out really cool. So Brandon, first off, tell everybody where you're from. Tell everybody a little bit about yourself.
I'm from Mountain Home. I fight out of Yellville with Backwoods, and I trained, like I said earlier on a previous podcast that we did. Trained 6 years previously. I took a 10-year hiatus, and I'm back at it for the past almost a year and a half now.
And you're practicing what kind of jiu-jitsu?
I did Miseria jiu-jitsu, but these guys are teaching me Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
So
he's referring to the Sutterfields and Backwoods MMA. They're in the studio. You guys can't see them.
Well, and I don't want to get into a super long explanation, but just kind of in layman's terms, is there a way to kind of just...
is a Japanese jiu-jitsu.
Okay.
And Brazilian is, Brazilian.
Yeah, no, exactly. Right on. I just, for people that are listening and myself, just kind of
My trainer, everybody kind of has their own kung fu, My trainer, my old trainer, called his Jiu-Jitsu. It's kind of because he was a collegiate wrestler and made it state champ and stuff. So he kind of
incorporated.
It's a lot of Greco-Roman college wrestling along with the Japanese Jiu-Jitsu.
That's right. Cool. Yeah.
Kind of, honestly, it sounds like a lethal mix.
Yeah. but how would you feel about your stand-up game?
That's mainly what I've been working on this time with Backwoods MMA, because they're a little better equipped. They got more heavy bags and just stuff like that. It's just easier to work stand-up with them. They got a few more people than what I had previously, and it's just easier to have people to work with mitts and have space to hit the bag and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I said, you guys have a lot of fighters, and I was talking to Ashton Kirby earlier, and I was like, you guys have a lot of high-level fighters coming to their gym, and I was like, I bet it benefits you. And it definitely does to fight with people who are on a competitive level, like you training with them, opposed to training to just some guys that are just working out at the gym. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? They're taking it seriously. They're gonna want to train and make you better, because then you're gonna train with them and make them. You know what I mean? So I think training with a higher level. So yeah, I think that's.
Well, and I don't, because this will be obviously something that's going to come out after the fight, and you can choose to answer this or not. I know you may not want to show your cards, but. What's something that you've really had to work on? Have you struggled with anything as far as working on your stand-up game versus your ground game?
My ground game, I was rusty again, and I just kind of working
back
into that. We got a lot of numbers, so it's easy to get in a lot of ground time.
Yeah.
My stand-up, I was sluggish. I'm trying to speed up a little bit.
So just conditioning.
Yeah.
So basically just
a lot of just trying to streamline everything. Been working on my kicks a little bit. Hopefully, I can throw some of those.
Okay.
Right on.
So just trying to be totally well-rounded.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I just want to be a good balanced fighter.
Not one specific thing. You're just trying to make sure that you're up.
Well, you never want to rely on something too much. Anybody that studies their craft or is really dedicated to what they do, they're going to pick up on patterns like that. You want to definitely be able to kind of get into a little bit of everything.
I watch Contender Series, and I see these guys all the time, and they're like, he's got all these grappling championships. And I'm like, wait till he gets punched in the fucking face.
Yeah, exactly. Right. Wait till he gets to the ground when he doesn't know what fucking day it is. You know what I mean?
I'm like, get him on the ground and let somebody fucking punch him. I was like, that's a whole... when you're grappling on the ground, you can't hit somebody. I'm like, do that while I'm punching you in the face.
Yeah, exactly.
Doing that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Just one good fucking knee. You know what I mean?
Try that arm bar when you're catching a 4-piece,
Right, exactly. Yeah, you get a good fucking combo in. Obviously, you can take 1, 2, but that chin's out. You know what I mean? It just takes one. It just takes one good look. You know what I mean?
I know that from experience.
Yeah, right? You know? I mean, fuck. You're sitting there eating the first 2, and then that third, fuck!
Oh man, I'm bad about eating fruits. Just
You
to
know-
get up to bad.
Yeah, that's what, you know, you don't want to give up too much just to get one.
Yeah,
you know what I
yeah,
you know?
I think it's crazy too because I mean, even though I'm belted and I did like 6 years in Nizuria Jiu-Jitsu, and then I come over to this gym and people like Aaron and Anthony, you know, they just tap me out like it was nothing, you know.
Uh-huh.
And I mean, like I said, I was a little rusty, but I mean, still, it was just they're just a different kind of. It's different than what I'm used to. So it's nice
take it easy
to
on
yeah.
you. You were like,
no,
all right, I'm gonna have to.
No, and I'm sitting here and I'm a little stronger, you know. So and they're a little smaller than me, so I try and use that to advantage, but it didn't. I mean, wrap me up in a pretzel, man. It
No,
didn't.
and I tell you what, man, and that's one of the biggest things that when you don't know about fighting, you have no kind of training, anything like that people rely on, where they're like, well, look at the size of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Anything
yeah.
like that, and it's like that don't mean a goddamn thing.
See, and
Because
that's-
notoriously, my father will say the same thing. My father's a big, you know, he's got the mouth like me. I will beat the shit out of the guy that's 4 times my size. But then I'll get caught lacking on the guy that's half my size that'll fucking kick me in the throat, you know?
He makes this podcast.
I'm
No, I'm just talking
listen, hey.
I had a response. I got so much. I'm so tired. I've been doing so much promotional stuff, dude. I've been waking up like super early because
It'll
like
fucking
with my
hate me, bro.
kid and like my fiance's sick, and it's just been it's been so much stuff. And
Shout out to Kylie, we fucking love you.
shout out to my fiance and my family because I had to rely on them. I had to be like, hey, can you come take care of my wife and my kid today? I was like, I have to go hang out with some guys.
Papa's trying to bring home the bacon.
I was like, I'm over here like, I'm following our fucking dreams right now. And I'm like, really? I'm going to hang out with a bunch of cool ass dudes. And just
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
All my favorite
All
stuff.
she sees is you drinking beers and playing Halo. And you're like,
I'm like, I'm working. She's like, you're in a bar, asshole.
yeah.
I'm like,
Yeah, but between 5 and 6, yeah, exactly. But between 5 and 6, it's a weigh-in. It's not a bar.
Like, babe, I'm working. She's like, you're drinking a beer. I'm like, babe, what do you want me to
Yeah, exactly.
do?
I'm a line worker. I don't know what to tell you. Like, I'm a true American.
I'm trying to
But,
fit in with these guys. I don't think I'm weird.
Yeah, but this is a hot Bush Light. Is that even really a beer? Like, you know, it's a
wasn't
lukewarm
hot.
Bush. Like,
Just for the record, it wasn't hot, and it definitely wasn't a Bush Light. Let's clear that was not a Bush Light. It was not. They ain't catching me lacking like that. Definitely not.
He's like, I'm broke, not that broke.
they were giving those out for free in the parking lot.
If I can't afford a Miller, I'm probably not drinking one. You know what I mean? That's just a Miller guy.
I like the
I'll
Highlights.
drink Bud Light.
I like the
that's all
Miller
it is.
High Life. I
I'm
like
a-
white trash
I'm
beer.
a Michelob.
It's like you show up with a 30 rack. I'm like,
Yeah, let's get it.
I think it was your dad offered me a beer in the parking lot. And I was like, sure, hell yeah.
It was probably
A nip of the old
Yeah,
courage.
The dude with the glasses or whatever.
Yeah,
bigger dude, tall.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Yeah, dude, he was like, can't even get this beer where we're from. And he was like, well, I was like, sure. I started like drinking this beer. Alex approached me. I'm like drinking this beer. I was like, all right, man, hell yeah, appreciate it. Like, just in the parking lot, I was like, damn, it's like noon. It's like 11:30. I was like looking around, I was like, we're outside. It was just,
Shout out to the convention center though. They're always super cool about you drinking there. Like when I went for the fishing weigh-ins and everything, they were fucking serving Yinglings and a bunch of stuff. They were just doing it outside. They were like, man, and that's exactly what it did. I was like, so do I have to keep coming back out here for it? And they were like, yeah, you should probably get like 2 or 3. I'm like, that's the way to go, bro.
They still.
So I guess an interesting question I could ask.
Yeah, back to the fight. Sorry.
You've had one fight so far.
Mm-hmm.
Now that you've gotten like the first one out of the way, because like I was talking to someone else and I was like, I could only imagine like what you're going through in that first fight. Like when you first get in there and it's like, yo, this is. Look, like, you can talk about it and do what you want to do, post on Facebook about it, but
Yeah.
when you show up and do it, I bet that's got to be a whole different feeling. I bet that shakes you to the core. I bet it gets like, dude, I get excited. They were talking about it the other day at the gym, and they were all like getting like excited, like adrenaline's pumping. They're like talking about the fights, and I was like, I'm getting excited, and I'm just gonna be ringside. I was like, I'm just excited.
Oh, dude, I'm stoked, bro. I'm telling
excited
you,
as
like,
a fan, like as someone who's been a fan for like not my entire life, but for the majority of my life, dude. I am excited as hell to sit ringside and be like, just
I was sitting at work, literally all day today. I was sitting at work and I'm like, all right, man, don't fucking tell everybody that comes into contact with you. Like, they don't care, you know what I mean? You're the only one that cares, but then people come up, they're like, hey, Brenner, and I'm like, I'm covering fights tomorrow.
Dude, no joke.
Somebody walks up.
Exactly, the press pass.
We actually had a big thing the other day. I ordered a pizza, and this kid came, and he drops his pizza off, and he's looking at me like this whole time. And I was like, what's this kid staring at me for? And he gives me my pizza, and he goes to leave, and I was like, thanks, man. He was like, aren't you a comedian? Fuck yeah, I am.
God damn it. They're in his fucking head now. God damn it. Whoever the fuck you are, your mom's a hoe.
I was from fucking hugging this kid. I was like, fucking bring it in, big dog.
I am a comedian. You're about to get stunted on. I'm kidding. Your mother's not a hoe. I love you, but that was a joke.
Dude, I was like mad love. I was like
famous.
Yeah, and then I went to get my beard trimmed up, and dude was like, "No, man, it's on the house. Throw us promotion." I was like,
"Bro, jackknife! I fucking love jackknife." Well, I said the same thing to him. Absolutely.
Wait, where's he at? Because I need to get trimmed up.
Downtown. So okay, so like right across the street from Subway. Right across the street from Subway downtown.
No, he's not 1.5 hours away.
Well, I'm telling you, you're gonna roll downtown. You're gonna be like, "It's the Subway."
I got
This jackass.
Man, fuck you.
But no, real talk, I want to get faded and I want to put a green stripe in. You know, they call me Aaron the Joker because I'm always joking around. You know, like literally
Why
when he
the fuck
says.
did I just write jaded on this?
Jaded.
I just wrote jaded on this piece of paper.
Because we're jaded.
And I was
bro.
like, I was trying to.
And he's sitting over here fucking making fun of me like he's trying to rein me in and his fucking schizophrenia's going. He's like, I don't know what kind of voices you have in your head, fucking jaded.
Schizophrenia?
Yeah.
Schizophrenia. It's an E, not an A. He said schizophrenia.
This motherfucker, you're from a goddamn different part of the country than me. I'll say it however I want, okay?
You guys pronounce E's as fucking A's?
And I also pronounce ass whooping as ass whooping. What's up? What's up, baby? Someone's gonna run.
Oh my God. Detroit, what colors you guys
Trump 2020, that's what we run.
He said hashtag Donald Christ.
Hashtag Donald Christ.
Oh my God.
It's all a joke. I'm Canadian. I don't fucking support it. I'm from Canada. Like, they let me in across the fucking lake real quick. Michigan was like, yeah,
we're not as strict.
Michigan was like, we'll take you.
We're not as strict on that border up there for some reason.
Because they're a lot nicer. They're a lot nicer.
We did a political podcast, and he opened up. He was like, before I get into it, I don't even think I should be allowed to vote. My family's from Canada.
Yeah, like half my fucking family's from Canada, and they don't vote. I'm just like one of the ones that
keep
can.
that in mind as we talk about this. All right, we're getting a little bit off topic here.
We can edit this. This is about you, my guy.
We can edit out.
You need to yell at us and be like, why the fuck are you not talking about me?
This will be really good promo because I'm gonna release like behind the scenes stuff. So like I'm gonna cut out like some unneeded stuff and stuff like right now. Cut this out.
Yeah, like Trump 2020.
Cut that out. And
there's just gonna be like a blank space where I'm not there for a second.
I'll cut all that out, and then I'll probably release like a video where I do like because like what I'm doing with this is I'll be at the events and I've been taking my own pictures with this kind of back, so I have like a point of view, and then like I'll be I've been telling everybody, if you come to the fights, come see me in the media section and get a photo for social media, and I'm gonna post all of those to social media. Everybody you see, if anyone shows up, I'm posting them to social media. I don't even know.
It's nothing but free publicity. Win, lose, draw. We're not going to show anything but love. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
You know what I mean? We're not there under any agenda. I mean, we're trying to show love to Backwoods and stuff like that. But I mean, it's just nothing but love.
Everybody.
And that's the one thing I will say. Aaron tried to fuck it up earlier. He tried to tear down the unity that we had going on, all the good vibes.
What?
But you almost insinuated a riot at the weigh-ins.
At the weigh-ins.
Oh, I did not. No, I didn't. I just put more gas on the fire.
No. I want to say respect to you, Aaron. Respect. It's called marketing. All right. This is what we do.
I'm talking shit, but I was only like,
No. But seriously, all I heard was somebody talking shit from this side. I look over and I'm like, oh, familiar, attacker. Fuck you!
He's like, you're cool. Fuck you.
Like, what? And that lamppost.
It's like,
been the cool thing is like dealing with everybody. Everybody's been like super cool, dude. And like I said, I never wanted to try to like initiate any kind of outside drama or any conflict. And everyone, like I said earlier, like when they talked about, they didn't name you guys. They didn't say you guys. They were just like, nothing to say. We'll just move on. We just let, you know what I mean. They were totally respectful about it. I just thought that there was a lot. Everybody was real respectful. Everybody was really cool. There wasn't a lot of animosity. Like that stuff sells for UFC, but you guys aren't really.
Yeah, man.
But
I
how
mean,
else are
here.
we gonna draw attention to the promotion?
Yeah. Oh no.
If it's boring, just everybody standing there at weigh-ins.
I
and
agree
then
with
fight,
you.
No, absolutely.
I agree with you to that.
Nobody's gonna. If there's not
Yeah.
some excitement and there's already a history behind that excitement,
I agree with you
Yeah.
100%.
yeah, but
then
you,
that's
you
what
need-
catches the people's eye.
yeah, but you
And see,
need a
yeah.
3-0 record to do that.
I don't care what kind of record I got.
No,
I'm
hey,
for
listen,
myself.
let me
My
tell you
hands
something,
do
bro.
Do the work.
Hate
Sometimes
brings
they
people
lose,
together
sometimes
much
they
more
win.
than love
You know,
does.
And I'll tell you,
Like,
You know what's
It does.
awesome
hit
too?
it,
Look
bro.
at
Like,
the elections.
what's awesome too is the last person he fought was Tyler.
Yeah.
But at the
Yeah.
weigh-ins,
Tyler Stewart.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
yeah.
Yeah,
At the
dude,
weigh-in,
go back and look at the
and
history on
he's
that.
here too.
You
Dude.
guys,
Tyler's-
yeah.
he's
I
fine, too.
interviewed him earlier for a little bit.
Yeah,
I
so
got a couple with
we
him.
were at the weigh-ins, and man, that's who was talking to each other.
Yeah,
Aaron
yeah,
and Tyler.
they were bullshit, man.
Dude,
They
it
were
goes
bullshit.
mad
Go back and
respect,
look at
dude.
the heat
That's it.
that me and Tyler had, the interview that we had on Fox and Texarkana.
Fox Sports,
Dude,
Texas
Fox Sports, Texarkana. Dude,
Give me
there
some,
was
you guys can give me some links and I'll check them out. And I can
Yeah,
share
drop
them.
them. Yeah, for sure.
Because
Yeah.
like the
Look in the
where you
comments
guys
for
were
the
talking
links.
shit in the
we
lobby,
can elaborate.
I'm not gonna post that for the promo.
Mm.
I'm gonna post that for when I do like the promo on you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna post that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'll definitely post that.
Hell yeah.
You
Because I
recorded
know,
that?
yeah, I got them like pushing dude out the door, and he's like, "What the fuck's up?" And he's like, "Get the fuck out of here!" He's like talking. He's like, "Fuck you."
me the
You
wrong
know what I mean? Yeah, dude, I got
wrong.
some. I was trying to get as much footage as I could, but yeah.
Hell yeah.
Hell
He's like, you guys should quit.
Hey,
Hey, let's try to get along, and he fucking whips food at him. Yeah.
That's all he's saying and shit.
Him and it was
Your
Aaron
mom's
and
a hoe.
Jonathan.
What'd you say?
Oh,
I
God,
don't
they were
know.
talking shit the whole time.
Oh yeah.
But back to you, my guy. So, what are you leaning towards? Like when you go into the fight, what's your game plan? Because I'm not airing this. I wouldn't show this to anybody until after the fight's will already be.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
when I release this. So what's kind of like your game plan? What are you
I'm probably
like? If you're cool talking about it. If not,
Yeah.
I totally get it.
Yeah, same thing. Just like I said, I know you don't feel comfortable.
This is all
showing some
voluntary.
cards.
If you're not cool,
Yeah.
I would never like. That was the one thing I would never make you guys look bad or
honestly.
like
Show any kind of
negative.
weakness.
Yeah, any
Yeah.
kind of negative anything.
Honestly, I don't have a whole lot of game plan. I never really do. Because,
There's fucking nothing
I
wrong
mean,
with
well,
that.
a long time ago, whenever I had a couple fights,
Try not to
those
get winded.
10 years ago, I had some fights, but they weren't sanctioned, so it didn't count. And that's when I realized that, because I almost got knocked out with the first hit in my very first match. And that's when I realized it's just, like Mike Tyson said, you
Anything
got a
can
game
happen.
plan until you get hit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really don't fucking matter.
I
Yeah.
would- and
Yeah.
See, but that's not uncommon though. I was talking to Cody and he turned me on to this video and I watched it and it talks about a lot of like high level fighters get in a flow state where it's like there's no game plan. They're just in this mindset. It's like they're just ready for war
Yeah.
and they just go to war, dude, and they just do it. You know
That's
what I mean?
what I tried.
It's like I was gonna touch on it earlier. It's like Sixth Sense, man. You can't just. You know what I mean? It's hard to like game plan. You know what I mean? You can kind of like go in and set up a combo kind of stuff, but you know when someone starts countering and throwing back, it's hard to think on your feet. So it's a lot of instinct. You know
I mean,
what I
you
mean?
got-
You go into every fight thinking like this is going to be your biggest fight,
Right.
and
life
that's
or death.
kind of you know what I mean. Like
You know-
every fight is the most important one.
It's
Like
life or death in
for
that
instance,
cage.
you know, like whenever I took my last belt test, I had to do like 250 different moves. You know, from you know wrist escapes to hip tosses to just different things.
Yeah.
And so you have this large arsenal of moves,
Mhm.
but before every fight, you're like, what do I think will work best for this fight?
Yeah.
And then you
Because
just really drill those, and your body kind of keeps those in memory.
Because
Muscle memory. Yeah.
If someone shoots and takes you to the ground in that half a second, you can't be like, all right, which one of these 250
Yeah.
moves?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm
All
gonna
right.
slap on this motherfucker.
A, B, C. You're like fucking.
You can't hit pause and look at the move list. You
Yeah.
know? It doesn't go on
People
that
watch
way.
UFC like it's like the Sherlock Holmes movie when he's like
Yeah.
break solar plexus.
Yeah,
You know
break
what I
solar
mean?
plexus, yeah.
Slows down.
Recovery time 6 months.
The whole fight's like 13 seconds.
You're like, all right, don't get
5
fucking
minute
punched in the
explanation.
face. Like,
Basically. Like, all right, move your head. That's all I can do.
So that's not uncommon. Like I said, I talked to a lot of fighters who don't even have like a set style. You know what I mean? It's just kind of. I like that. More, I don't want to say that. You know, I think.
bro, you go in ready to brawl, and that's a
Yeah.
fucking fight, son.
Yeah.
You know?
Dude, I contemplated on letting somebody hit me right before I walk in just so I get that first shot.
You're like, all right, nothing too like
But I
lethal or
was like-
anything like that, but fucking catch me in the fucking
But
like
at
right
the
here in the
same
cheeks.
time,
son.
at the same time, though,
Aaron's like, I'm gonna keep it real, bro. He fucking sleeps in the locker room.
You're like, I was way over
Get
here.
up, bro. He's good, man. He's good. He's
Don't get
5
the smell of
minutes.
salt.
Yeah, somebody get some fucking salts for me, bro. We need to wake this guy up.
Somebody's star will be out in 5.
but at the same time, man, I've never been scared to get hit. Like, never.
Yeah, no, you can't be.
I'm the one. I'll come in. I'll take 3 in the face just so I can step inside on you. You know, it don't bother me a fucking bit. You know, I'll come in.
I ain't gonna lie,
rock,
this dude's a champ too. I mean, I'm not.
Well, there's a lot of fighters that are like that. You just gotta weigh the balance of.
One time I let him drop a fucking head kick right here, dude, and it hurt. The last thing I remember is a fucking ring. I was like, wing! I just threw because I knew I was close enough to catch his jaw. So
Yeah.
like, bow! Just shoot, man.
Yeah.
That's all I could do. Like, I'm gonna hit something.
Throw that jab.
But I couldn't even fucking dodge that bitch. I just heard a ring. I'm like, throw.
Brandon, my guy.
Nate.
What?
You trying to?
No, I was trying to kind of signal to him that he's trying to get back.
Oh no, yeah, you guys are
Okay,
good. I was just
You're right. We're getting late now.
What weight are you fighting at?
185.
185. That's welterweight, middleweight.
Middleweight.
Middleweight's
I believe.
185. Yeah,
Yeah,
there's a lot of middleweight
Yeah,
fighters.
185 middle.
Yeah.
There's a lot of middleweight fighters.
There is a couple. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
A lot of 170, 185.
dude. Well, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sitting with us and having a little
No
sit down,
problem.
my guy.
It was good.
We enjoyed having you on. Like I said, I look forward to working with you guys in the future. We'll definitely be
For
coming
sure.
out to your gym and checking it
Yeah.
out. We'll set up like a, some kind of something, man, and we'll make it out there. I'd
Super
love to
sweet.
slide out, most
I
definitely.
think. I mean,
Yeah.
So
That'd be
I've got-
awesome.
Oh, I'm stoked, man. I can't wait.
Most definitely. I'll get my camera fixed, and dude, we will be in business. Like I said, by the time I'm like rested and ready to do something again, my camera will be fixed, so we'll be ready to go. Thank you for coming out, my guy. Best of luck in your fight. We'll
Yeah.
be there ringside cheering you on, my guy.
I'm ready.
Absolutely.
Objectively cheering you on for
Yeah.
the good of
Yeah.
the sport.
Go,
We knocked out
Yeah.
you
You know what I
earlier.
mean?
You'd
Yeah.
be like, go everybody, fucking go for the throat!
Kick his ass, Brandon.
You fucking slide a blade in there.
I'm pretty sure you can still like rape choke somebody.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah, for sure.
That would be great. You fucking win a fight like that?
What do you want to do? Tap? You want to go home or you want to fucking die here? Like, let's go out. He's trying to look away and you're like, no, look me in my fucking eyes, son.
Once again, my guy, thank you for coming in. Best of luck in your fight. Thank you guys for tuning in. We'll
you,
drop some links for your social media below. We'll show you some love in the promotional.
Awesome.
Thank you guys for tuning in. Check us out next time. Check out our YouTube channel. I'm
Like it.
trying to get that shit popping. You guys are not
Love
going to
it.
YouTube for some reason. I don't
YouTube.
know why you guys don't like YouTube, but
Who's never
check
heard
that
of
shit
YouTube?
out. I'm trying to get that going.
Old Faithful.
You guys stay frosty. Never fucking done that before in my life.
It's all right. That was sexy and I like it.